Happy Easter, fellow armchair Imagineers! Tiki here.
And BlueDragonFive.
And Monkey.
And welcome to the Kickback Cafe. The show where we kick back, relax, talk about anything but movies. You okay there, BlueDragonFive?
Yeah, I'm comfy.
Sounded like you popped a muscle or something. It sounded like you were in pain.
No, I'm just getting comfy.
All right. So yeah, Disney is off the table for the evening. Instead, we will be talking about the Peanuts, my hometown pride of Charles Schultz. Yeah, lived in Santa Rosa and whatnot. That's like 2 towns away from me. Peanuts runs in my blood. And so, Monkey, have you been on all of our retrospectives for the Charlie Brown holiday specials?
No.
No. Which one has he not been on?
Well, the ones that can coincide with some holiday stuff.
Is Valentine's the only other one I've been on?
Well,
I don't remember.
Wait a second. Were you on Halloween, Monkey, or no?
Doubt it.
Then he basically missed out on our ones that tie into like big extravaganza type events.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you missed Christmas.
I think the only one I've been on
Halloween.
is
Thanksgiving
and Thanksgiving.
Wait,
Okay.
you weren't you on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I was on
I could've sworn
Valentine's Day.
you were on
Yeah, then Valentine's
Day,
Day
yeah.
and Thanksgiving.
And
And
Thanksgiving.
otherwise, just
was- oh my
stuff
God.
on Theater Geeks.
Okay,
Right.
fair enough. Well, you've been on other stuff than that. Come on. But all right. So yeah, I'd like to say this is a tradition with all of us, but it's certainly a tradition for the So You Want to Be an Imagineer channel. We're all huge Schultz fans, are we not?
Big time.
Good work.
I love the Schultz. Schultz is awesome.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and take the reins on this podcast because this is my baby. This is literally something that I've been looking forward to doing since we started the So You Want to Be an Imagineer YouTube channel.
One could say he hatched
That
this
long.
plot.
Yeah. It is certainly on my bucket list of podcasts to do. Let's set the stage. As a little kid, as a tiny little, maybe like 2 or 3-year-old Tiki. And, I remember the first VHS that my mom and dad gave me was, technically, if you want to get technical about it, it was this weird, like, anime export called Scamper the Penguin. And I remember that fondly, goddammit. But, the first real one, it's on YouTube. Look it up. Seriously, it's pretty weird. But that is the first animated anything I was ever exposed to. Was this weird penguin anime? Anyways. So the first real movie I was exposed to was Aladdin. I have huge, like, vivid memories of me being like 3 years old and that movie starting and being like really scared of the Cave of Wonders and then being like really engaged in the chase scene that happens after that, and just like the whole movie just sucked me in. After that, I had Disneyland Fun, the iconic, memorable, infamous sing-along video that I would just watch over and over and over again. And then I had this. I had the Easter Beagle. This was one of my earliest memories of animation, hands down. This was right up there with, like, the genesis, the birth of Tiki's appreciation for animation. And the thing I remember the most about this, just in terms of, like, shaping my little head, was I remember Aladdin, obviously, is a film that looks spectacular, still holds up amazingly well to this day, probably one of the greatest designs that Disney's ever had, just in terms of, like, their blend of CG and hand-drawn stuff, and just all the backgrounds and all the vivid architecture and everything like that. Then you get to something like this, something like the Easter Beagle, Charlie Brown. Complete opposite. Just total minimalism, total minimalist style. And I remember as a little kid, 3 years old, that was basically where my appreciation for animation and art stemmed from, because I was like, oh, wow, okay, so I can like this thing that's really detailed and sophisticated and dramatic, but there's also this thing, which is also really minimalistic and doesn't have as much broad humor in it, but kind of has this weird sort of, nice groovy tone that I can get with and sort of feels more like everyday life. That really shaped, like, I can't even tell you how much that shaped me, like, just the dichotomy between Aladdin and this. it was like, okay, there is a whole vivid spectrum of art and animation out there, and darn it, I want to find it. So then, in my young life, I would go on to things like Don Bluth, things like Tim Burton and stuff like that. Just that's really where my appreciation for filmmaking came from. Was even way before Jurassic Park, was just like, hey, I really like Aladdin. I really like Easter Beagle, Charlie Brown. They both come from radically different styles. I want to see all the styles. So yeah, there's my story. As we'll get into it, I'll kind of like point out certain things that I'm especially nostalgic for. I promise I won't do that every scene. It'll only be like maybe like 3 times during the podcast. I'll be like, oh my god, I remember this vividly. But yeah, Monkey, anything to say about this special?
You mean like my experiences with it?
What's your experience with it?
I saw it for the first time like a couple hours ago.
Oh my god! Seriously?
Yeah.
That's amazing!
I might have heard of it, and there's one thing that, I'm sure we'll mention. I've heard about that.
Talk about it.
But, yeah, this was my first time watching it.
Wow. Okay. So does it hold up to the hype that my obvious nostalgia-goggled mind has given you for it?
It might have.
It might have. Okay. Ooh, tricky Monkey. Tricky, giving us a little teaser. Okay.
No, I'm not trying to be a teaser. I'm saying that it might have. Just answering your question.
Okay. BlueDragonFive, what's your experience with this?
The bottom line, much like similar to you got the VHS tapes, watch that all the time, and this is the thing that you'd always see growing up, like the even in schools they would play this thing around Easter time, way back in the day, and it's always a
you
great
had crappy schools, Monkey. Damn SoCal education system. I'm sorry, Dragon.
So the point is this special always stuck out to me as a kid as being really distinct because obviously this is the one oddly enough in all the promotional stuff for the Peanuts they always hype this one up in the commercials because it was always kind of most colorful and Snoopy doing wacky Snoopy stuff. So
that's
always
true. There is a lot of wacky Snoopy stuff going on.
It's like funny the most.
How is that not a term already? Wacky Snoopy stuff.
Wacky Snoopy shenanigans.
Oh god.
And it's always like that one commercial is always in my head from the Peanuts VHS tapes of like the parents and the kids. Like I always mention this thing. They always talk about, oh yeah, I saw the Peanuts. Yeah, me too. Like Snoopy. It's adorable. And they always use the clips from this. So it's always been kind of in the mind. This rewatching this, I gotta tell you, it's been years since I watched this. I've seen it before, but it's been years.
It's been years for me too, dude. I mean, it has literally been since I lived in my first house in Roanoke Park. It's been about since probably when I was like 7 or 8 or 9. So it's been a good over 10 years, like almost 15 years since I've seen this.
I think the best way to describe this thing, really, because you got all the super iconic. Don't get me wrong, this is great, but let me build up to it here. You got all these Peanut specials that are kind of like the big milestones for Peanuts. You get the Great Pumpkin. Great Pumpkin, Christmas, and so on. And this one is like it is an Easter egg in terms of it's just really great when you remember. It's like, oh my God, this is amazing. And it's like you open up, it's like a happy surprise, like how good and how fun. This thing really watching it is great comedy. It's really just it's a stand. It's like you were wrapped up in the other ones that are just so cemented in your mind as you see this and you remember why you love the Peanuts. And this thing was it was a blast. You're right. I had the same experience in terms of it was a blast of sheer nostalgia and happiness. And I think that's what you want with the Peanuts. This we'll just rewatching brought back a whole lot of good memories and brought the old times. I can vividly memorize it, and just rewatching and seeing it unfold in front of me again, it was a joyful experience.
Right, yeah, it was kind of a trip because it's like every scene was just like, okay, there's that, there's the sound effects, there's the Bill Melendez vocals, it's all there.
It's almost
all like when I was like 5 years old. It's like a time capsule or something.
Yeah, it's like that feeling you get when, for me, like I'm not saying it's like as like the momentum of this, but it's like the same feeling of, every time I watch Toy Story, I just have a happy feeling about me. It's like I had that sort of feeling of like I know this movie better than I know the other side of my hands. This movie. Yeah, this movie is my shadow. I know this thing. I had a familiarity of, like, this is the Peanuts. I'm happy with this.
Yeah, and as I've mentioned several times before, like, I only watched the other Peanut specials as they would air on TV. I only ever owned this one, which is why, by far, it is the one that is, like, the most cemented in my mind. Like, by far.
Right.
So, anyways, guys, yes, this short is only 24 minutes, but I found quite a bit to talk about, so let's go through the recap.
We're going to try not to be 24 hours, but it'll be tricky.
I promise you it won't be 24 hours.
Well, of course.
I promise you that.
It'll only be 23 and 3/4.
Oh dear.
So Monkey's working
the
with
way
us
we'll
here.
make it 25 hours is we'll just, like, we'll just finish the podcast, we'll do the recap, we'll finish the podcast, and then I'll just go to sleep. Like, I'll just leave it on, or I'll just leave the show on and just watch Survivor, go to sleep, play some Tetris, keep it running, wake up, be like, okay, it's still going. Hey guys, what's up?
No. See, here's what
leave it running.
Yeah, here's what we're actually going to be doing. When the Peanuts movie comes out this year, what we're going to do is we're going to mimic the Avengers kind of movie marathon they're doing, except we're going to be talking about it for an equal amount of hours. So we're going through all the Peanuts stuff, and we're going to take about 28 hours. Like 29, I guess 28 or 29 hours.
Are you saying, like, every single Peanut special?
Yeah, and then we're just going to talk about
every
single time slot. Yeah, even the 2-minute commercial.
Honestly,
does that include Doxy Scott?
I would be down for that.
Again, does this include Doxy Scott?
Oh, I'm just anything. Well, again, we had to fill 29 hours, so why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's not that long of a play, I don't think.
Yeah. And while we're at, we'll talk about the Charles Schultz PBS documentary. Look at everything.
Hell yeah.
Nah, I'm kidding, folks. But it's not.
Okay.
Not really...
No, I'm actually down for that project. We'll talk about that more when it gets closer. I'm not down for doing them all at once, but I'm down for doing, like, a giant retrospective series.
Well, we'll be in talks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Anyways. So let's stop beating around the eggs. Let's get right into it.
Okay.
Someone start. Dragon, start.
Alright, so we start this little special here. We see our two pivotal characters today. There's a big comedic force in this. So you got the classic team that feel almost Abbott and Costello almost. Marcy and Peppermint Patty. What are they doing this whole special? What's their runner? Dyeing eggs. What do you do around Easter? You dye eggs, make them look all pretty, so the Easter Bunny's all pleased and happy with you. Yay!
Mm-hmm.
So
we got your special where I learned about dyeing eggs as a kid. And I was like, Mom, Dad, how do you dye eggs? And then I was taught, and it blew my goddamn little kid mind.
This is the ultimate Easter. Yeah, this special is the ultimate Easter 101 for kids.
It really is, yeah.
We got our classic hallmarks of Peppermint Patty and Marcy, like the whole Sir gag and everything. Yes, sir.
Please quit calling me Sir. And then Marcy, she gets her eggs ready by frying them. Yeah, just frying them all in the frying pan.
Because the setup here is Peppermint Patty, she's preparing the dyes. And I love the little attention to detail with the dyes. You put the little pellet in there, put some water in there. While she's doing that, she's just trying to, okay, Marcy, you prepare the eggs. I'm going to get the dye right, and then we're going to dye the eggs, okay? She just has the eggs, and you're right. Fries them. How do we color them, sir? And then we get this is a great way to get a cold open, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like,
it is. And I want to point out this scream that she does. It's kind of like Peppermint Patty's own version of "Ugh," because it's just like "Ah."
Great opening to this whole thing.
Yeah.
Like then all these scenes of like Marcy screwing up with the egg making, like that. For me, that's definitely the best stuff in this special.
Yeah, I'm with you
there.
I
have a plot hole about it, though.
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
But let me say this, though, about the opening before we move on. I think this really just sums up kind of the hallmark of the Peanuts. Without Charlie Brown, you'll notice this special is very, very Charlie Brown-like.
Yeah.
Which
absolutely.
Amazing when you think about it. But
he's in what, like 2 scenes?
Yeah, and he only has lines in 2 scenes. He's just there in a few. He doesn't do anything until the end. In the end, he doesn't even need to say anything, actually.
Right.
Anyway, so the point is, this kind of, even without Charlie Brown, this captures the hallmark of the Peanuts. It's one, it's realistic kid things of like, hey, we're going to dye some eggs. Okay,
Yeah, right.
how we do that? Then kind of the classic Peanuts humor here. So again, looking at when this special is, we're in I believe we're in 1974, if I'm not mistaken.
Sounds right.
Yeah. So we're at this point where this after they've done Christmas and Christmas, Halloween. I want to say Thanksgiving, could be wrong.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm not sure. This is probably before Thanksgiving. I'm not sure.
Stylistically, it seems like it would be before.
Yeah, I'm thinking that because
like
we know
stylistically, I feel like this. I feel like this special is somewhere right in between the era of like the Christmas special and the Halloween special and like the later holiday specials.
Yeah, because I mean, if it's chronologically, then this is after. But if it's if you go from like Christmas.
Okay, Thanksgiving was 73.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Wow.
That's what it seems to be.
What do you know? Anyway.
Well, this has a lot better backgrounds than Thanksgiving has. Because that's the one complaint I gave about Thanksgiving, was that the black backgrounds are really bland.
But with when this comes, the thing about this, like you look again, I pointed this out when we talked about the previous ones, that you know is kind of how they go about adapting the Peanuts comic strip in these specials, and they have advanced their methods. And here we see kind of the ultimate advancing that's become its own animated universe almost, but it's still capturing the essence of the Peanuts, of the humor of the strip is embodied in here without being a direct adaptation. So basically, it's like little shenanigans, like how do we cook them? So that's a strip. This opening is pretty much a strip from the comics.
Pretty much, yeah.
So I mean, it's like they're using it they're sparingly adapting the strips verbatim, because like if you look at you have a few scenes, and for the most part, Halloween is kind of a strip adaptation because you have those moments like writing the list and everything.
Sure.
So I mean, it's like they've become their own thing at this point, and they're still just in the spirit of the strips and what the characters embody, which is really nice.
Yeah, you're right. It's an interesting little kind of transitioning point between just being straight up adaptations of the strip and kind of being its own thing.
Again, it embodies what you love about the Peanuts, just kids with realistic issues here, and then they just have like, well, what happens? Well, you don't know what to do. You screw up. Like you would have. And it has this illogical logic of okay, kid's gonna die an egg, no parents around, what's gonna happen? Okay, so kids left to their own, they had never dyed eggs before. How are they gonna? Someone says prepare the eggs. What do you do when you prepare the eggs? Okay, you cook them in some way. It's pure logic. It's hilarious.
Okay. All right. So next scene we get Lucy and Schroeder. And this is Schroeder's one scene of the special before he randomly shows back up at the end.
Yeah.
I believe in Santa Christ.
I do believe in Schroeder. I do. Oh, there he is. Oh, God. Okay, so Lucy, this is, again, like you were saying, BlueDragonFive, this is kind of a typical right out of the strip sort of deal with Lucy and Schroeder at the piano, and Lucy, she's just getting all into the philosophy of, it's the gift-getting season. Oh, God.
Only she would turn into purely getting. And Schroeder's instantly calling her and says, what's wrong with you? No, it's about the spring and beginnings.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'll give with Schroeder, is that he does kind of like set the whole tone of the holiday, much like he does in Valentine's. So I'll give it a pass with that. It's like we don't see much of him, but I'd say he at least kind of brings a thesis statement of Easter to the table, at least what the holiday was originally meant to be.
Yeah, again, Schroeder's really kind of stepping into his own as kind of the straight man of the Peanuts universe here. Well, like since Valentine's, they say, hey, look, you guys should be ashamed of how you're treating Charlie Brown here. Yeah. He's a human being.
I love that moment.
Anyway, so the thing with one more thing with Schroeder. It's funny looking at the dynamic between Schroeder and Lucy here, because again, it's funny to remember that Charlie Brown and Schroeder are kind of a Charles Schultz essentially is a combination of Charlie Brown and Schroeder, and remember, he was married to Lucy in real life, so it's kind of
course.
Essentially, this is how their relationship kind of played out between Schroeder and Lucy here in real life. It's kind of funny.
Oh God. Monkey, anything to say about this scene?
Not necessarily. Well, isn't there a bit where she says later to Linus, like, I told you it's all about getting? I'm like, you said that to Schroeder, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's another little There's a lot of little plot holes like this where kids are just showing up in other people's houses for no reason. Yeah, we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
I've been telling you guys that since like what was it? Halloween? Yeah, it's Halloween where everyone's just walking and saying, "Oh, I can't believe you're writing the letter." Is the door open to this place?
I know.
Apparently,
But
no
there's
one.
some really bad ones.
Apparently, the Peanuts live in Canada. They just leave their doors unlocked.
There's some really bad ones in this though. Like some really blatant, like, what the hell is this kid just doing? Anyways, I do like the line where it's like, all you do is give me, get. And then Lucy's just like, that's called survival.
Mic drop.
Oh, yeah. Lucy. Alright, so next we have Woodstock in the Rain with a cool kind of like jamming guitar theme, kind of calling back to his namesake roots.
Yeah, hey, little birdie.
And this is...
Sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
No, it's like, hey, little birdie, using the same orchestration from the thing. You're right, thanks even had to come before us because they have hey, little birdie in there.
Right, yeah.
It was, you know what's funny? The transition in this scene is really brilliant, by the way, when you really think about it. That, Lucy's is all about getting. We see someone who's in kind of a need right now, a bird in need, who's being bombarded by the rain.
Oh yeah. And right off the bat, I have to say this. Everything in this is soaked in nostalgia. Like
me too.
The eggs that Marcy's frying and everything, like every little thing, but. A very specific detail is when Woodstock takes that little like air elevator.
Yes.
The invisible elevator.
I had the same exact reaction to you. I remember it came flooding back to me in this moment of like, oh my god, I forgot the elevator bit. This is adorable.
Right.
I love the little elevator. He's going down. There's like again the mundanity. Okay, he's in a little elevator. He's waiting for it.
Yeah, it's not like a fancy magic trick or anything. It's like, just I have to wait.
It's like the illogical logic. If you have an elevator, you gotta wait for
it. Right. Okay, so he walks basically right into dry weather, which kind of bothers me.
Well, I'm gonna guess it's like in 5 minutes it'll change weather.
And it's dry.
It's probably just like wait 5 minutes, it'll change weather, and of course the reason why it stops raining is so he can like demonstrate to Snoopy that there's something wrong with the house. Well, no, there's not a cloud in the sky. What are you talking about?
Right. So so he basically jumps on Snoopy and starts spitting at him in his little Bill.
Oh, by the way, you'll notice Woodstock is perpetually pissed off in this whole special, by the way.
He really is. Yeah, he really is.
He is really grouchy.
He's in mood.
He is really grouchy. He's not really happy at all in this special.
Not really, no.
Yes.
I feel bad for Snoopy because he's going through so much effort.
Yeah, and again, Woodstock, again, he just comes over and he's just these barking demands. He's like, oh, it's like George Costanza just with Jerry Seinfeld. This is going wrong, that's going wrong, look at this place I'm living in. Well, what's wrong with it? It's like, come on, I'm going to show you.
Snoopy follows it up with kind of a loving gesture because he rings out Woodstock. And then he just kind of cradles him like, ah.
Yeah, it's adorable. Yeah, that's just him. I'm gonna help off my wet pal right here. Look what I'm dealing with here. I don't see it.
Then he follows him back up to the elevator, and again, Woodstock has to wait for it patiently.
And he basically
he dumps.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead. No, take a
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
The basically ring.
No, I'll pay for dinner.
Okay, you can pay for dinner. Anyway, I'm taking it. So Woodstock just keeps complaining. He's like, "Hey, listen, look at this thing. I don't see anything." And he just dumps again. Woodstock kind of unceremoniously just dumps the water on Snoopy's head and basically destroys his place. So now he has absolutely nothing to go. He dumps the nest on Snoopy's head.
Right.
So Woodstock's in need of a new home, and he wants Snoopy to do it because he's lazy.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, like we do see later that Woodstock he has a very hard time even getting access into the mall. So
no comment.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a comment on that later.
Oh dear.
Hello. Monkey, you
Did I
there?
say a sexual? Did I say a sexual innuendo that I just wasn't aware of right now?
Did you?
I don't know. Did
I don't know. You guys are saying like no comment, like I did.
I wasn't
No,
thinking sexual.
No, I mean I'm going to say something about it later on. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No, I meant
Oh,
some.
sure.
Well, not sexual, something else.
Not in a
I know
sexual
what
way.
you're getting
Dance
at.
for sure.
I think I know what you're getting at, Monkey. I don't appreciate
And
it.
I have no idea what you're fucking getting at. So let's
Okay,
move
we'll
on.
get it.
Oh god.
Don't do it.
Okay,
Monkey.
so
Don't do it.
Okay. I get what you're throwing.
Not
Monkey.
again.
I'm right there. Okay.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
the thought did pass through my head. It did pass through my head. Oh dear. Okay, and speaking of which, Franklin doesn't get no damn Easter egg.
No.
Well, real quick, so we don't have to talk about it later. I was looking through some I was just typing in Charlie Brown. I was trying to like get a link to the special to see if there's anything I could find on it. But as I was going through, I noticed like a little character description. It says Charlie Brown's relationship with Franklin, and it says, yeah, Charlie Brown, apparently he and Franklin get along real well. We've seen that in the specials. You know, like, they're cool.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, Franklin, he's well liked in the Peanuts universe. But here's the important thing. Here's the reason I bring it up. Because it said like he's like one of the very few only people that treats Charlie Brown nicely. Because the thing is, Franklin never screws him over.
No, that's very true. That's very true. But still, in the Charlie Brown universe, Franklin constantly is getting screwed over, and shafted.
Ugh. Maybe no. Everything is just because he associates with Charlie Brown. You ever just think of that?
That's a good theory.
Mind blown.
Theory. Right. We finally solved it. We finally solved why he was on the other side of the table.
He was just taking the crappy chair for Charlie Brown.
Okay, we're not getting into this now.
But why didn't they segregate Charlie Brown with him though?
No, he's across from him.
Okay, whatever. Let's get this back on track.
Anyway, so Charlie Brown, speaking of Charlie Brown, he and Sally, they're chatting here, and Sally needs some new shoes for Easter because she just does.
Oh yeah. And that's logic for you. And in walks Linus and Snoopy, Linus and Lucy, and they're just randomly just like, hey, we're on the way to the store.
Yeah.
Nice read.
I wrote in my notes, did they just pop in? What?
Yeah, wait a second. Yeah, so we must be in Charlie Brown's house because they're in with the shoes. So, yeah, I guess they
Exactly.
It's like Jerry's apartment, just they're entering.
Or, I don't know, maybe the four of them rented a condominium or something.
Oh, it's Grandma's house.
So it's kind of like the Friends situation.
I'm thinking it's like Seinfeld, just they instantly pop in all the time. I hate the pop in. Well, it's the pop in.
Okay, so Linus introduces the whole Easter Beagle concept, and I must say I really liked Linus as a kid, and I still really like his character in most of his specials. He straight pissed me off here, son.
Okay, why did he piss you off? Can you please explain?
He pissed me off because he's basically just poo-pooing everyone else's good time the whole time.
Yeah,
It's like, at least on Halloween, he wasn't like, oh, don't go trick-or-treating. Or did he?
He wanted people to join him in the pumpkin patch, so in a way, maybe he...
Not directly, not as direct.
It just seemed to me like he was being negative about, like, oh, you're just wasting your time. You're just wasting your time. Freaking
However, look,
he really annoyed me in this. He really annoyed me in this thing, like, especially because nearly every line he has in this is the exact same thing.
Exactly.
Yes, Monkey, you are correct in that, yes. However,
oh my god, it gets so repetitive. That is something I never noticed as a kid, but looking at it as an adult, it's just like, oh my god. It's the same dialogue over and over, and it's just him just being a morally superior asshole most of the time.
Look, to be
He's like the Chuck.
Okay, take it easy on Chuck. We don't know all the facts yet.
Okay.
Anyway, my point. Let me just play devil's advocate here for a moment. I'm agreeing with you guys for the most part, but I want to defend him as a smidge here. you're right. It is way too repetitive, and yes, absolutely right, Monkey. That is his only line of dialogue through the whole thing, pretty much. However, he's saying this. I get a sense he's saying a lot of this out of concern for people. Just saying, listen, guys, you seem to like waste. He says you're wasting your time with the egg thing because he seems like Marcy and Lucy go through like 3 dozen eggs. He's trying to help them out, saying, hey, listen, don't worry about it. So to be fair,
don't worry about it.
He's trying to be helpful in a way. You gotta give him that. He's trying to be helpful. He's going on way too much about it, saying, "Oh, you're wasting your time, wasting your time."
Yeah, that's just the thing. He's just going on like, I don't know. It just pisses me off that everyone else is just trying to do what they do on Easter, and he's
Lucy
like,
lets him
don't
have
do
it
that,
later on.
guys.
Lucy lets him have it later
yeah.
on, so there's that.
True.
So,
Okay.
I mean, I think we gotta take it with a grain of salt. You're right. They could have taken a little bit of it out.
Also, it's just kind of a recycled plot line to begin with.
Yeah.
With
I
the
like
whole
the
Great Pumpkin.
I like the
it's
setup
basically
of it, though.
just like, hey, let's just. Yeah, I like the
bring
fact
that
that
up,
it
how
actually comes true at the end.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. It kind of establishes some continuity within the Peanuts universe for a moment, which is kind of a neat idea. Like, I like at first that was kind of unsaid, and we like it's something for like maybe fans who've seen it before, kind of to pick up on, like, oh yeah, well Linus is going on at the Easter Beagle. We know he's done stuff like this before, and like you'll notice, like, you really think about the reaction of other people. It's like, oh, he's at it again, but they're not saying
Right.
at first. Later on, they do address it.
That's true.
But still, it's just the idea. It's like this is Linus's shtick. He's kind of the guy believing in kind of the. And this is something he has to know to be true on some level. Because again, the parents either screwing him up big time with like telling him all these tall tales and again providing him no evidence. It's like the one they give him gifts one Halloween. He keeps going on every year saying, "Hey, the Great Pumpkin's gonna come. He's gonna come." And just let him wallow in failure.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, here I'm getting sense. Well, there is an Easter. It's not much of a stretch here. It's like Easter Beagle versus Easter Bunny. It's just okay. Well, if it's a beagle instead of a bunny, so people know. Like,
But that's another thing. Where did he pick up the beagle from? Is that just a Schrodian, like a Schrodian slip or what?
Freudian.
Freudian. I'm sorry.
Schroeder.
You know, it's like Schrodian. Oh God.
But I think it's maybe because like a beagle close to bunny, they have a beagle and they don't want to just have throw in like another animated sentient, not sentient, but like kind of two-legged walking animal, anthropomorphic.
No, I understand logically why they'd have it be like. I just don't understand why Linus with the Great Pumpkin. It made sense. Like they totally explained the Great Pumpkin with its parents and everything. I have no idea how Linus got this idea of the Easter Beagle.
Well, let's just chalk it up to the same thing.
It literally makes no sense to me.
Let's just chalk it up to the same thing.
Like
Great Pumpkin. The parents screwed him up.
But what do you mean? How do you screw? But why would the parents say something about the Easter Beagle? Though?
I'm assuming for the same cruel reason they don't help him out with the whole Great Pumpkin thing. Hello?
Maybe it's some form of vengeance.
Monkey, I think you're frozen.
Am I?
Oh, no, you're good now. Sorry. See, for a moment you were.
Okay. Am I good?
I really don't get it. I really don't freaking get it at all. It's a giant plot hole to me.
Yeah, but so they get a cutesy title out of it. That's why, and they want Snoopy in there somehow.
No, like I said, I completely understand why the actual show is the Easter Beagle. I just think they did a shitty job of explaining why Linus is the only one who knows about it, and why Linus kind of looks at it in the same way as he did the Great Pumpkin.
I just think it's funny that it's kind of everyone. No one's really just instantly kind of cutting him off that because they know there is an Easter Bunny. You say, okay, well Linus is screwed up, so we're just gonna take it like a grain of salt.
So is that all it is? Is it just a slip? Is he thinking of Easter Bunny, but he's saying Easter Beagle?
I'm thinking that's
just a little kid thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's that, and just no one's correcting because they think, well, he's close enough, and we know he's screwed with the Great Pumpkin thing, so let's just we'll let him have it.
I don't know.
It's I imagine we see Charlie Brown through points kind of having I call it the quotation eyes, where the eyes are looking up in an eye rolling motion, but look like quotation marks. Yeah, I'm sure he's doing that off to the side, or moments where I can't remember right now. He was probably looking up like that when Linus is bringing up the Beagle, so maybe there's that. It's oh, he's screwing. Hey, he just can't get it right, but he's my friend, so I'm just gonna not correct him on it. Maybe it's that. It could be. We're reading into it.
Oh God, we could talk about this for another 30 minutes if we wanted to.
Anyway,
but after the Easter Beagle's introduced, and Sally, she's like, "Are you sure, Linus?"
Yeah, the Easter Beagle gives out the eggs.
And after that, they're all decided they are going to go to the mall.
Yeah, they're going to the discount mall store.
I literally have written in my notes, to the mall.
Beagle.
Woodstock.
Okay, so yeah, now we have.
Apparently, there are a lot of sales going on for Easter because it's in all over the world.
Hold on, before we get into it, we have Peppermint Patty and Marcy in there, and it's hey, it's Chuck and his team.
I think you and I, Tiki, you and I probably have the same thing. Tell me she didn't remind you of Cupcake Boy at all in this special. Think about it now.
I wasn't thinking that, but no, now that you bring it up, it's just like, hey, it's Chuck. Hey, it's old Snoop.
Yeah, especially later on with old Snoop. It's like Cupcake Boy in terms of she plays. Here's a plot hole with not, I don't know, plot hole, just kind of a flaw with Peppermint Patty in this special. She plays Mrs. Exposition way too much.
Yeah, she does. She really does.
Like, oh, hey, it's Chuck and the gang. Hey, it's Norman Bates. Hey, it's Charlie Brown. I'm just saying, very similar. So, hey, it's Chuck and his gang. Hi, Chuck.
This is where Linus really starts to piss me off, because Linus is basically just preaching about, like, you don't have to buy eggs. The Easter Beagle's just gonna give them for you, you stupid shit.
Okay, he's not that kind of...
Bible that explicitly states that.
Okay, but anyways.
On the stage, we'll put on a light for you. Tell us. Share it. Share with us.
What?
What? I'm confused.
Am I just rambling now?
What's happening?
Yes.
I know, Linus jokes, I guess.
Well, the thing about Linus, however, you gotta admit, something about this Linus thing we keep going on about.
It pisses me off because all Peppermint Patty wants to do is physically teach Marcy to color the eggs. She doesn't just want to get eggs. She wants to do the act of coloring them herself. Let her do that. Why do you have to be a jackass about it?
Okay, well, two things. One, I don't know, again,
I told you I was going to be ranting about Linus. I warned you.
You're right. Just two things here. One thing, again, I don't think we're getting into the tedious part yet, because one, we have to establish it with Peppermint Patty, and one,
no, this is the start of the tedious stuff.
No, I'm saying he gets one freebie because he's explaining it to her, because he's meeting her and he's explaining, because he has to establish that before it gets tedious. So there's that.
Fine.
Oh, let's see.
But it's still like the second explanation of the Easter Beagle in 2 scenes.
Yeah. Okay, you got a point. There should have been a space there. right about that.
Okay, so we go into the mall, and hey, guess what, guys? There's only 246 days until Christmas!
Remember, Peppermint Patty does call him on his wackiness, saying, hey, Chuck, is your friend got all his marbles here?
Oh, yeah, right. You sure have some strange friends, Chuck. Okay, so yeah, 246 days until Christmas. What do you guys think of this? I about lost my shit when I saw this.
My grandmother loves this gag, by the way. She really does. Because she's the one always saying, like, you say, oh, it's out. Every time you go into a store, you see, like, they're setting up for Christmas already.
And it blows my mind because, like, my God, if it was this bad in the 70s, like, wow. If anything, it's gotten much, much worse.
Well, you saw all the
years later. 40 years.
Monkey, I know you're kind of, like, against this whole idea of, like, the Christmas coming early and everything, so what do you think?
I'm pretty sure I'd heard about this gag before, but I didn't quite realize till it happened that it was in this one.
Okay.
Yes,
I honestly don't remember this. It's one of the few things that I don't. Maybe just because it's like such sharp social commentary that it just went over my head as a little kid. Because I was probably just like, oh, it's Christmas! I like Christmas!
Well, I guess this is our equivalent to the Christmas tree lot.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so during this bit, I'm kind of like, thank you, Schultz!
Oh, thank Schultz for this. Someone understands my pain. But the thing with the
yeah, but we won't be understanding your pain when we go into Christmas in July.
This always stuck out to me because I remember when I think of like kind of a store doing this sort of thing, I always remember that just the exterior and the interior of the place, like all those sales signs and all the Christmas stuff on the inside. Which, by the way, real quick, there's an important detail we kind of glazed over. It's very important. You'll see when the Easter Beagle is brought up, Snoopy gives kind of a smug yet proud kind of stance. And before he's like doing kind of the quotation eyes with Charlie Brown, like as they're rolling the eyes at Linus talking about the stuff. But then once the Easter is talked about, then it gives like the stoic like, oh, I know what's gonna happen. Yeah, basically it's foreshadowing to the Easter Beagle reveal, which is really kind of clever.
Okay, damn it, let's go back to the whole well of how does Linus know about the Easter Beagle, because let's say hypothetically this isn't the first time that Snoopy's pulled this stunt. That, let's say, hypothetically, he does it every year, where Lucy hides the eggs and he just follows her and collects them all and then hands them out. My only thing about that is if that's happened multiple times, and why is everyone else so skeptical about it?
The thing is, they're not really skeptical, though. It's like, basically just because they haven't seen it, which is like the classic Easter Bunny thing.
But that's what I'm saying. If my theory is true, then they would have had to see it, so it doesn't really hold much water.
I don't think so. I'm just thinking that he's
idea, though.
I think he's just misnaming him. That's all I think it is.
Okay.
Maybe he only did it with Linus, and this year he expanded it to everyone else because reasons. Because to hell with it.
He only did it with Linus because Linus is the high moral superior of the block.
Yeah.
And god damn it, if anyone's gonna get in on any spiritual traditions, he's gonna be the first.
He just loves that dog. Just loves screwing with Linus. He's always grabbing the blanket, throwing him around. Yeah, he's like always wigging him out about the great pumpkin, and now you got this.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. So yeah, I love all the decor and everything in this mall. I mean, it's obviously meant to be commercialized, but it's very, it stands out. It's very nice.
And this is when she says this is the gift-getting season. Oh, wait, are we sure Schroeder is not in this scene at all? I just want to make sure that he's not there.
Yes, he's not there.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to be clear, because I was just misremembering something. So yeah, he's basically, then she'll say, see, I told you it was the gift-getting season, which you're right. He didn't really say anything. We get a sense she's probably said this a bunch of times, though, but you got a point, definitely. No Schroeder in sight, though. So then we have
Sally and Snoopy are trying on hats. Again, another thing from my childhood. It's just like, Ratatouille moment right there. Okay, I'm right back to being a little kid watching this on VHS.
And then just Charlie Brown kind of tapping his foot like the adult in the room saying, hey, we're here for shoes, not hats. Again, Charlie Brown, he doesn't have a lot to do with this, but he kind of conveys kind of the parental role for a moment.
Now, more like the adult in the room saying, wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's more like kind of his Thanksgiving thing. You're like, Snoopy, you can't make food with your pilgrim hat on.
Also, I just want to note, I really love the smooth jazz score in the scene.
Yeah, of course.
It's just really nice. It's really
nice.
Nice.
Here's my Nick Ford scale rant here.
Oh God, okay.
I should be fair. It's not as bad as Nick Ford. I'm just saying that it's a kind of a small pet peeve. So the gang splits off. Snoopy doing his kind of a Snoopy thing as per usual, going off like kind of his Red Baron style adventure in a way. So the gang goes up. Snoopy goes down, pure and simple, up, down. We get a kind of a cool shot, like an X, but then again, impossible shot.
Again.
It's a good shot, but it's impossible.
No, it's totally impossible, but it's an image that really sticks out for me as a kid.
You're right. Again, really great image, but again, impossible. No.
I know.
And here's what makes it worse. One time, okay, I'll look past it. Animation error, fine. However, then they go to the next level. They go up further. And then we see Snoopy again. How is that possible? Twice.
It's not possible at all.
They go up twice. That's all.
Yeah, there's some sort of paradox crap going on right there.
How can he go down and end up taller than them?
I think we need like an Emperor's New Groove style like map. Like, how did we get here, this drunk? Well, I don't know. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
And I bet you just want to see Linus get struck by lightning.
I don't hate Linus. I just don't like him here.
I know. I'm saying here he was struck by lightning. I'm kidding. Yeah, Bernie's.
No, I don't want to see any Peanuts characters get struck by lightning. How dare you?
I'm kidding. The Emperor's New Groove. They get struck by lightning.
Oh, okay.
So
okay. Anyways. So Sally's trying out shoes. These shoes look out of date, Sally. Well, that's why they're on sale. And besides, I like to be different anyways, just like a hipster. I'm sorry, I had to write that down. I'm sorry. That joke just kind of like was built for me. Oh God. I like to be different, like a hipster. And then
He's also kind of the dog sees God in a way. Like with the way that she's portrayed in that.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
Find an identity.
Sure. Okay, yeah. So she falls on Charlie Brown, and then
shoes are a no-go for those. Shoes are a no-go for.
Nope. And this scene with Snoopy and the gumballs might be like maybe the most memorable scene in the whole thing for me for some reason. I don't know why. It's just because as a little kid, I was always like, whenever that scene would come on, I was like, I want some gumballs. It would just be like, I don't know. Again, like food in the Peanuts looks really delicious whenever they show it. Candy and food and anything like that.
Oh yeah, again, Thanksgiving. I love in Thanksgiving the toast bit when he's like buttering the toast and like flipping it.
Right. It just all looks so delicious. I want to eat. Like they should come out with a line of Peanuts food that looks just like that.
Oh, and you know what they should do? They should come out with Peanuts bubblegum cards. That'd
be awesome.
Stuff, because it's just like that line in Christmas. Has Beethoven ever been on a bubblegum card?
So will there be a Beethoven bubblegum card?
Well, I mean, Schroeder would be on it.
So if this was a dog sees God thing, yes.
Okay.
He doesn't. Yeah. He's not with the dog sees God monkey. He's not.
All right. I haven't seen it yet. But anyways, there's also I noticed something real funny with Bill Melendez as Snoopy here. You listen to the audio and Snoopy says "Why?"
Does he?
I didn't catch that.
When he slips.
Yeah, he says "Why?" When he does a Snoopy, at least whenever he does this little Snoopy yelp, he says "Why?" That's at least what I'm hearing. Yeah. I rewind it. It just sounds like "Why?"
So after he literally stumbles into the Easter egg section. I love the little detail about how it's like in this giant mall filled with Christmas stuff. There's like this one corner devoted to Easter.
Yeah. Well, again, the top floor, the implausible top floor probably has some Easter stuff on it too.
The impossible top floor. I want to see the full exterior of this mall. It must be giant. It must be like Mall of America sized.
Plus, it's like again. It's like it said it's a mall, but how can a mall be like there's a discount on it? It's making me think like the exterior is like a kind of like a little department store type thing, and then not department, like a little store instead of a mall on the inside. I'm thinking like it looks like the exterior looks like a one-floor thing, and then it's inside.
Maybe they're just all in Inception. Maybe it's all just a dream, and
maybe it's like Penrose steps or something. Maybe that's how we get there.
Oh God.
Anyway,
okay,
so we get the kaleidoscope bunny eggs.
Right.
Yeah, I want one of these eggs.
Yeah, these are cool looking. These have always been cool looking.
Yeah.
And this is probably the most memorable scene for all the kiddies.
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing that these bunnies are just dancing in a circle and being happy and not killing each other like in Watership Down.
Oh,
thank God.
Yeah. Keep going. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
All right. So
dancing
Bill Melendez, Bill Melendez has a very distinct hey.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he also plays the bunnies.
I would, that'd be a good guess, yeah.
So
Snoopy's just dancing with the bunnies.
Oh, by the way,
looking through the
real quick, just to wrap this special when Snoopy dances, I had this weird comparison in my mind lately. I want to see a fan art thing of like Snoopy as Star-Lord because he dances a lot in this.
Yes.
I'm just saying because he's dancing. When he was dancing, this made him he's a kind of a lady killer in this. So I was thinking, huh? Yeah, he could be Star-Lord.
He is a lady killer in this. You're right.
He's either Kevin Bacon, which we have in fact seen Snoopy as Kevin Bacon before in Robot Chicken.
Oh God, I just found out about that actually.
Oh, you just found? No, that's old news. It's been around.
I literally just found out about that. What's it called?
It's Robot Chicken. Yeah, there's the clip of Snoop. They do the foot.
No. There's like actually like a like it's the Footloose Beagle Charlie Brown or something like that.
Oh, that I did not know. Well, I've seen, it's probably the clip from Robot Chicken, Tiki. I don't know. Is it stop motion?
No, it's not stop motion.
Well, then I don't.
It's like a poster.
I'll bet you it's inspired by it, though.
A joke or something, but
because the thing is, on Robot Chicken, they have Kevin Bacon as an actual Peanuts character, and then just randomly after he leaves town, they show Snoopy doing the Footloose dance. You know, like he's in the warehouse and everything.
I don't know.
Anyway, so Kevin, like, regardless of Snoopy being as cool as Kevin Bacon, or we're just like Kevin Bacon, or Star-Lord, let's get back to Marcy and the gang.
Yeah. Okay, so notes.
So Peppermint Patty says, "Okay, I'm going to teach Marcy about the eggs."
Mm-hmm. And Linus preaches again.
Waste of time.
The Great Pumpkin's gonna do it. Blah 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 blah. You're a piece of shit for wanting to teach your friend something. Blah 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 blah.
He's not that mean. He's just trying to help.
No, he's not trying to help. He's being a dick. He's being freaking Lee Berman right now.
I mean, I'll admit, now for me is when it starts getting repetitive. Definitely, from this point forward, for me, I'll agree with you. Definitely repetitive. But again, I think it's coming from a place of wanting to help. Later on, I think it's more so wanting to help. Right now, you're right. He is being just pretentious in terms of saying, "I'm telling you, it's a waste of time." But here's the thing I want to bring up. This is actually kind of a real kid thing, because kids will do that. They hear a piece of information, they're going to repeat it, and then repeat it until it gets acknowledged. You gotta admit, that is kind of a real kid thing.
It still doesn't excuse him from being a dick.
All right. Well, moving on.
You're a dick. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so Sally's got her Easter shoes good now. So now she's complete and ready because she has her Easter shoes. That's a really lazy excuse to go to the store.
It really is. That makes no sense. Oh God.
No.
Okay, back.
Let's see, yeah.
Sorry about that.
He's back.
Apologies.
Back.
Here's Monkey.
The monkey.
It's monkey.
Yes, a monkey.
All right.
Anyway.
Okay, so
what have I missed?
let's see.
Well, I think
Linus preaching about the eggs for the second time to Peppermint Patty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, I think Sally actually shoots him down in this scene, saying there's no Easter Beagle.
What?
Do they?
I think Lucy says. I think it gets. I'm still reading it as like there's no beagle. It's a bunny. Yeah, dope. But she's not saying it's a bunny. Just there's no Easter.
They
Beagle.
never say it's a bunny. They never mention the bunny ever.
I just think
they never mention the bunny at all. The only time we see the bunnies is that one scene with the eggs that we just passed over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, don't start singing the music because my God, that is ingrained in my skull.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Back to Snoopy. Again, my favorite plot. My second favorite plot line next to the eggs. We got Snoopy house shopping for Woodstock and a bunch of birdhouses on the wall, and he gets a house numero uno, your basic wood job there. Nice little simple birdhouse. Pays for it with his little invisible dog pockets. Gets the cash out of there, pays for it, he goes. Woodstock again, perpetually throughout the special expense.
I like the where I like the detail where Snoopy is very polite and he smiles at the clerk.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know why that stuck out to me so much. I was just like, Snoopy's a nice guy. He's giving him a friendly smile.
Yeah, Snoopy's
okay,
awesome.
Anyways.
Again, Snoopy is Star-Lord in this, in a way. he's the most likable guy.
Snoop Lord.
Oh, God, that's perfect.
Snoop Lord. Oh, someone make that some fan art. Oh, my God.
And again, someone show him dancing in the classic Snoopy dance, but just put some Star-Lord going on.
Oh my god, that needs to be a thing.
Will I
give
take
him-
the
give him-
opening of the Guardian?
Give him the.
He's dancing to Linus and Lucy.
Oh my god!
Superimpose Snoopy's face over his.
Yeah, just put the give him the orange headphones.
Come and get your Linus and Lucy.
I've got an editing job. Got an editing job to do.
Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy, Peanut style. Needs to be made.
Oh dear.
Okay, sorry, I'm getting off track. We're getting off track. And the point is that Woodstock again looks perpetually crossed in this whole thing. He's just looking at him, looking at Snoopy not menacing. Just looking, he's irritated with him again. Snoopy did all the legwork, Woodstock. What are you mad at him for? You wrecked your own house.
Exactly.
Just
Yeah,
ordered
yeah.
him to-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
He
think,
planned this.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hey, how can I mess with Snoopy today?
No, he didn't plan it that way. No. So basically,
Alright,
so Woodstock instantly not being helpful here, saying, "Well, look at this; it's too small." Snoopy being the nice guy, nice dog he is, he takes one of those little, I guess, corkscrew grinders. I don't know, like little,
Yeah, something
thing,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
little screwing thing, whatever. It's cool looking, like corkscrew type thing. He basically drills the hole, makes it bigger. So okay, he's being helpful, yeah. And then Woodstock says, "I'm not going in. No way, I'm not going in. It's ruined now. I'm not going in." Snoopy's just, okay, I'm fed up with you, Woodstock. He just basically takes the birdhouse, slam, gets him in there, whether you like it or not. Forces him in there. Okay, you're going to like this house one way or another.
And yeah, we'll see later that Woodstock really. Oh my god!
He goes to like his
how
little
sweet.
piece of real estate there.
Pad.
Yeah, he has an awesome fucking pad.
He has an awesome
an
bachelor.
amazing pad.
He has an awesome bachelor pad later on. You know what's funny?
But we'll get into that.
I wrote exactly pad in my notes, by the way.
Okay, so Linus once again telling Sally about the Easter Beagle. This is where we get the Great Pumpkin. Sally's like, I remember the Great Pumpkin and staying up all night. That was the worst night of my life. I like you, and I really respect you, so I want to believe you.
I just
and then
don't
Linus
know.
is just like, don't worry, Sally, the Easter Beagle won't let you down. And then Sally's like, I know he won't, but how about you? One of the things I kind of seems like Linus is actually kind of like positive towards Sally's affection.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
only
you
positive
picked up
when he
on that?
wants something.
I guess that's true. Yeah,
He's only
that's
positive when he
that's
wants
part of-
approval.
That's part of his personality trait. Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
I really hope we're not selling Linus like Brian on Family Guy now. I really do hope that's not the case.
Well, I mean, this is the one special that I've ever had a problem with him, really, besides being the racist piece of shit he was at the Thanksgiving special.
He's not racist in Thanksgiving. He didn't organize. He didn't put the chairs out.
Here we go
Flavor
again.
Linus.
I'm telling you, it's an animation error. They just ran out of chairs. More characters.
It
That's
is not an animation error.
It is.
All
They
right.
can only afford so many characters, and they took out the chairs. It would be
We're
inconsistent.
gonna be on like the 4th Charlie Brown Christmas special like 3 years from now, and we'll still be like, Linus was a fucking racist.
It was not.
We'll still be talking about this in 75 years.
Someone bring me my teeth. He was not racist.
And it was all thanks to Sandy Claus. Who would have thought?
He was a commie, but he wasn't racist.
all right. Anyways, oh god. So let's see. So Marcy, here we get to another one of my like iconic things. Like, guess what, kids? This is what I found out. This is how Tiki found out what a waffling iron was.
Me too.
Yay!
I was with you. That's what it was. What a waffle iron was.
Yeah, you're watching it. You're just like, Mom, Dad, what's that? Oh, it's a waffling iron. You can make waffles like that? You don't just have to toast them? What?
Blew my
That
mind.
blew my whole. Yeah, exactly. Blew
Beautiful.
my mind. The things that peanut shorts can teach you.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Childhood.
anyways, so I have some issues. This is my big plot hole here. So how many eggs does she put in the waffler?
Oh, let's see. Okay, there's
4?
one in the corner, one in the
4,
bottom.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, there's one in
Yeah, I'm
each
pretty sure it's 4.
space. It's either 3 or
Okay.
4, but yeah, I think you're right with 4.
She
Yeah.
puts 4 there, and then, let's see, what'd she do after that?
Well, then it's the oven. She puts the rest of them in
No,
the
the
oven.
toaster.
Oh, well, she
No,
tries
it's
one
the
on the toaster. She tries one with the toaster.
She doesn't break
It's
the
when-
one on the toaster, right?
Yeah. I don't think
It's
she
funny,
funny,
like,
like, when she was as I was watching this, and like when she's putting them in the waffler, and at one point I noticed the toaster in the background. Like, oh god, it's not gonna try the toaster. Yep, goes to the toaster.
They do kind of make her into a bit of an idiot, I must say, which is
They do.
out of character for Marcy. But
Well,
anyways,
the toaster is ridiculous that you would think that would work on anyway. The waffle iron's understandable because they she said not to fry, but she didn't say about of ironing them. And then the oven. Now I have an issue with the oven. So
okay.
again, really bad PSA for the kiddies out there, but then again, it's the price you have for basically when you're adults.
Yeah,
So
same thing goes for boiling water later.
I don't know. For some reason, the water again. I'm barely based on this. Water seems a little more acceptable because I don't know. But still, using the oven period is kind of a no-no. But you have to make compromises because there's no adults physically in the thing. But
no, my big plot hole is like, okay, she puts them in the oven, and then Peppermint Patty instantly reacts. Take the eggs out of the oven. Take them out.
That's a good point.
Put them in 2 seconds ago. Take them the hell out. If
And
it's
again,
really that big of a deal to you, then take them out a very small span of time that they were actually in the oven. It couldn't have hurt the eggs that much. You still had 8 of them left at that point. That would have been a very sufficient amount of eggs.
You got a point there, T. But you know what's funny?
I totally did not catch this as a kid at all. Went way over my head, but now as an adult, it bothers the crap out of me.
Well, you know
I'm just
what's
like,
funny?
the eggs are right there. It's
Think
not
about
like
the-
when you put something in. It's not like when you put something in the oven, it just automatically, like, right away after 2 seconds, it's like, okay, it's completely done now. I'm sorry, BlueDragonFive, go ahead.
But you know, it's funny. I don't know if you probably didn't view it the same way as me, but as kind of a naive kid way back in the day, when it's put in the oven there, you just kind of write it off as okay, well they're done for, it's instantly cooked. Because as a kid, that's really how the oven works.
But that's not how the oven works.
I know.
You
Actually,
that's not how the oven
yes.
works.
You
didn't even see them preheat the damn oven.
Well, that one, yeah, I give it,
Right.
it gets heated. But you got a point there. Them saying as a kid logic is okay. Well, things are just instantly done. Like it's heating up like giant flames in there, but you don't see it. But
I'll give it a pass because I had no idea that plot hole was there as a kid. But yeah, as an adult now, it sticks out like a sore thumb to me.
Again, it just bothers me that they go with the whole oven thing again, because it's like when you really delve into the using of an oven, the kids really shouldn't use the oven like that. But again, boiling water, so what can you do? But one last thing is, the thing that bugs me more so with the plot hole in this whole kind of Marcy Peppermint Patty thing is like Peppermint Patty, she screws up once, and you say you're going to show her how. You're not showing her how. You're saying, okay, the same operation as before, over and over.
Exactly.
I'm going to prepare the dyes.
It's like she's being the same thing over and over again.
Here's an idea. Actually walk her through it. Okay, just say, just basically, why don't you switch roles? There's that. Okay, you put the dye.
Yeah, there you go.
And we'll paint them together. So again, Peppermint Patty has a lot of blame in this too, in terms of like, well, watch her, show her, you hypocrite, show her.
All right, well, at least being a hypocrite isn't as bad as being a frickin' blowhard, which Linus is in this scene. Oh, I'm sorry, I wrote in my notes, just let people enjoy the fucking holiday, Linus.
Again, later on, it's for relief. Later, it's for relief.
I mean, I don't know, Monkey, right? Like, you agree. It's just like, this is like, it's straight repetitive. It's pretty damn bad.
Yeah, so
it's
repetitive.
Like, we have literally seen this exact same scene before.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's the only part where he's not doing this stuff when he's talking with Lucy at the end. That's the only time he's talking about anything different.
Exactly. It's like with Great Pumpkin, he had so much character development in that. With this, it's like they're setting his character back.
Yeah.
And it kind of bothers me because this is where I was introduced to the character in the first place.
Oh!
So it wasn't necessarily the best first impression. I mean, as a kid, it went way over my head that he was being a condescending douche about it. I was kind of like more on Dragon's side, where it's like, well, he's just trying to be helpful. But no, I'm sorry, Dragon. 2-against-1, he's being a condescending douche.
Okay, well, you're gonna like this next scene because he kind of gets a bit of his not comeuppance, but he gets kind of chewed out a little bit for his prattling on. Because basically, so Marcy and Mars Pepperberry say, well, we keep running out of eggs, and then Linus says, well, I'm telling you, it's a waste of time. And then Pepperberry has a great line in response to say, well, look, I'm having enough trouble with your fantastic stories here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty much. But look, I don't need your whole in essence, kind of like, your hippie, your hippie dippy stories and then long speeches right now. My own problems. You're talking about all your speech in Christmas, your speech in Thanksgiving, your speech here, your grand stance on Halloween. I'm working on my own thing here. Okay, I don't need you clouding the girl's mind.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like everyone else is just trying to do their own thing, and Linus is just like, hey guys, it's just a waste of time. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
I know he doesn't call people names, but he might as well.
Again, I think the next scene is where I justify next scene, but we'll get to it.
Okay.
Sorry, Monkey.
All right. So the next scene. Yeah.
Monkey, you were about to say something.
Yeah, hit me. This is like not too bad material for a skit, like some sort of satire skit, really.
What do you mean, like just Linus
maybe
being
some
just a blowhard about holidays in general?
Yeah, something like that. Like maybe some sort of robot chicken thing.
Right.
On the sort of like, oh, the 4th of July fairy's gonna come and deliver all our fireworks for us.
Let's see. The Arbor Day Woodstock.
Oh god.
That's an underrated special, by the way. The Arbor Day special's not bad.
I only just found out that existed. Really?
Oh yeah, it's packaged on the Easter DVD, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I remember when
right.
I was a kid, I all over look for the VHS tape for that.
Oh.
Okay, so let's see. So Woodstock is hanging out in his awesome birdhouse pad.
Yeah, his awesome.
Oh my god, I want this freaking room.
Oh, it's so nicely decked out in the
so
70s, cool. 70s look here.
It's straight out of the 70s, just straight out of the 70s.
So he's remodeled the place. He's remodeled his new 70s pad and then Snoopy's period in. Okay, here's just, again, some logic questions, but again, it's just so hilarious, it's fine. Just, okay, look here.
Obviously the logic is how when you get, whatever.
Well, let me walk you through some of the cool features in this pad, if I may walk you through the showcase here. Okay, so we have some nice kind of classic 70s chairs, Merv Griffin style. We got some linoleum. Again, freaking linoleum. He's got a mini TV. A mini TV. How do you get a TV that small? He's got books. Power? Yeah. He's got mini books. How does he get mini books? Does he know a book binder that small? And then here's the bit that just I kind of throw my hands up and you're like, oh my, how is he? Tiny oranges. How does he get those tiny oranges?
Hey man, they're the cutie.
Cuties. Tiny oranges in ceramic bowls.
Ceramic bowls.
Maybe they're wax or something.
Maybe they're wax.
I just go with it because the visual's so awesome. It's obvious. It's not supposed to make sense.
You're right. I know. It's just funny when you think about how when you think about the logic of it. How does he get stuff this small? But you're right. Here's the kicker. Let me keep going here. There's a Woodstock kicking back in his wacky 70s sound system here. There's giant headphones, like a Dr. Seuss looking sound system.
This is like the one time that Woodstock actually seems chill in the whole special.
Yes, and again, Then it's this, and then we see some 70s art on the wall. So even got art for the thing. It's
Right,
got art all around
right.
it. And then here's the kicker. Okay, here's the ultimate kicker. He has a stairwell. A little fancy stairwell. There's a second floor built into that. It's like Snoopy's
I want to
doghouse.
see a second floor. I want to see
It's like
the second
he built his
floor.
own version of Snoopy's doghouse. It's like infinite space in there.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what makes it like totally forgivable on a logic level. Is that they already made the point of Snoopy's doghouse has infinite space.
So anyway, nosiness has its price. Because Snoopy has stuck his nose in there, and kind of a funny reverse of last scene. You know, he gets stuck.
Oh yeah.
And
I must say, the shot of the nose, like the giant nose in the hole, that's the one shot that used to freak me out as a kid.
Really?
Like everything else
Not
about the
surprised.
special, everything else about the special is like so like down to earth and not scary at all. But that one image, I'd always be like, oh god, oh.
That was more so.
I just picture like they put some Peanuts ride in the Camp Snoopy area knots, and that's a scene in the ride. Like just the big Snoopy nose sticking through a hole.
I mean like a
everything
3D
around.
ride?
No, I mean
Are you
actual
talking
physical
3D
stuff.
ride or a dark ride?
Dark ride.
Like a dark ride? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I can see that. I can also see it being in like a 3D simulator, you know, just.
But
that
yeah,
would be a good...
it could work in 3D too. But I think Dark Ride would work better. Honestly.
I was thinking more along the lines of the aftermath being scary, because like then basically Snoopy's trying to free himself. Earthquake! Little Woodstock, get out of there! Ah! And then the place just smash boom. Hey! You rocked my head! And then this cracks me up. Just kind of a walk of shame of like now Woodstock has a legitimate reason to be PO'd at Snoopy.
He does. Yes, he does.
He's just walking him like this walk of shame, like, yo, I'm going with you this time. And then of course we get kind of our Cupcake Boy moment with Pepper and Patty. Hey, old Snoop, it's a good old Snoop.
It's
old Snoop.
He's a cool kid. I mean, you never see him and Joe Cool in the same place at the same time, but he's really cool also.
Old Snoop and old Tom.
Yeah. Anyway, so.
Yeah, old Tom. I'm glad you brought that up.
Oh my God! You're right. Oh, Valentine's Day, good old Tom.
Bringing back the references.
Yeah, we never see Tom.
Okay, we need a good old Tom walk-around character or not.
Oh God.
So anyway, our little.
He just needs an entire ride to himself.
Nah. Maybe a character walking around the park.
Or he's got like all the Valentines hoarded to himself, and it's
like
a
Mr.
spinner
Toad's Wild Ride
of
when
Valentines.
No, it'll be like Mr. Toad. He's not in the ride at all.
Yeah, you know what they should do with old
You're
Tom?
a good old Tom.
They should have Tom. They should have good old Tom.
This needs to be an Imagineer project.
They should have good old Tom. Star Wars. He's a character going around, and basically people say, "Oh, hey, wait, who are you?" Saying, "Who? I'm Tom. Good old Tom."
I'm good old Tom.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, I love it.
Anyway, so then after basically they establish, oh, hey, Snoopy, we're here to do this. Why don't you come along? Which, again, kind of sloppy how basically everybody just keeps establishing the obvious here.
Essentially, yeah.
So anyway, they go in there, get more eggs, and I kind of love this moment that Woodstock kind of has a Toy Story 2 moment of he can't get in because he's too light to affect the pressure-sensitive automatic door opening. It just cracks me up. Again, nostalgia. My most nostalgic movie of all time. Of Toy Story. The Toy Story 2 is my first Pixar theater experience, so it always kind of triggers that.
Ah, okay. My first theater experience was The Lion King.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Oh,
okay. So let's see. So they come upon a bunch of wind-up musical toys. And, yeah, again, as a kid, I became obsessed with these things for a little while after seeing them in the movie. I was just like, oh, I want the wind-up toy too. I remember I had a really cool one, which was like a Santa, and you wound it up, and it was like controlled on a magnet, right? And so you'd wind up the Santa, and then there's like it looks like ice. You know, it looks like it's like a mirror, but it looks like ice, and there's a magnet that's underneath the mirror. and then the Santa has a magnet. So you wind it up, and
Oh,
it essentially looks like Santa was ice skating because he's like spinning around and stuff based on the magnets. So cool, so cool. I'm sorry. I could go on. I had like a little like Santa Claus that if you put a quarter in his sack, he'd like start playing Jingle Bells. Oh man, memories, nostalgia. Just give it to me.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, we see Snoopy being kind of a player here. Oh yeah,
Star
because
Snoop. Snoop
oh god.
Snoop Lord.
My favorite of these wind-up toys, by the way, is all the little chicks with the accordions.
Oh yeah. Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now. Come and get your Snoop, come and get your Snoop, come and get your Snoop now.
So yeah, basically Snoopy, he's dancing with both of the girls and doing a very suave job of it. And at the end of the dance, he kisses both of them and then leaves them. What a lady killer.
Leaves them wanting more. Again, he's the star. Yeah. He's the Star Lord of this, really. He's happy really. Snoopy walk away, and then they're in the aftermath saying, "Oh, he's a really cool kid. He's got a strange nose, sir, but he's really cool."
Yeah. Okay, so Snoopy, he buys another birdhouse. Is this repeated animation? It looks like repeated animation.
No, it's a different. Oh, it's a different house.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I'm sure it's a different house.
Because at least the whole bit with him like giving the clerk the money and then smiling at him, that's where I noticed a repeated animation. Because it's like that is the same smile.
I know, but it's a different house.
It's a different house, fine. But everything else is repeated.
You might be right. You're probably right on that. I don't know. I can't recall that much. I just know the house is different. That I know.
Again, just a little kind of like me looking out as an adult, like an animation nerd.
There's a good chance you're right. At the very least, it's very similar animation, if not exactly the same animation.
Right. Okay. So, anyways, so I love Woodstock's little ladder up to the house. That's a good solution.
Oh, yeah. Love the little ladder.
I like how he starts crawling on the ladder on the ground.
Yeah.
Because he gets onto the ladder and he's still on the ground and he's like kind of crawling on all fours until he.
I gotta tell you though, I kind of miss the elevator.
I do miss the elevator. Okay, so
basically now Marcy and Ben Penny, they're doing the egg walkthrough this time. So they're really trying to. Again, she still hasn't perfected, just literally walking her through beat by beat, but still saying, okay, here's what we're gonna do. They gotta be boiled. Okay, so not toasted, not ovened, not waffle iron, just boiled. Waffled.
Did you guys boil your eggs? Because I remember as a kid when we dyed eggs, it would just be like just regular eggs, and we wouldn't do anything.
No, it's Tiki. They have to be boiled, otherwise they're. Actually, no, Tiki. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to think straight. Yeah, they're boiled. Yeah, usually they're boiled so like people can eat them afterwards. That's the intention.
Okay, and that answers another question I had, but we'll get to that. Okay.
But yeah, traditionally they are boiled. At least for me. I'm sorry, Monkey. Would you like to weigh in?
I have no experience. Jewish, remember?
What?
I'm Jewish, remember? I don't celebrate Easter. So yeah, no experience.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No
I never register Easter as a religious holiday, so it's a holiday where you dye eggs and you hide them and stuff. That's all I really get.
Easter is the religious holiday.
I know. So, never really register me as religious, but
Yeah.
Hey man, it's when Christ came back. Come on now. And I'm saying this is a true agnostic. I have no beliefs. I'm just open to the possibilities. Oh yeah. All right. Anyways, so I don't know. I guess as a kid, I just guess we never ate the eggs either. And that was actually a concept that I was kind of thrown off by. So I'm glad to hear that somebody eats the eggs. I don't know.
Well, to be fair, as a kid, I was lost just like you were. I had no idea because again, I don't eat eggs. I don't like the eggs eating bit. Well,
Like when I was a kid, we color the eggs, and we do that just for decor, dyed eggs. And then we'd have obviously we'd have the plastic eggshells with the candy in them. I'm sure that's what you did, right?
I'm sorry. What about the candy?
The plastic eggshells. You know, the little plastic eggshells.
I don't know. I didn't. We just took the eggs. They're boiled. Cause I remember this being in water. Put them in the. I could be misremembering. I don't know if we boiled ours, but traditionally they are boiled.
You never use the plastic eggshells?
No. Well, do you mean? I mean,
I find not an experience with that.
Wait, do you mean the holders? Or what do you mean? Do you mean I'm talking about I think the cardboard holders that they come in. You put them in there while you're painting them.
No, I'm
or
not
for
thinking
display.
about that.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I'm thinking the ones that you would actually use to hide and have Easter egg hunts with. For me, those would always be the plastic ones.
Because, the plastic. Oh, those, yeah, those are always hidden.
Plastic eggs, yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah, those are always they're hidden around. You put gifts in and stuff. Yeah, those, yeah, I'm used to those. I thought you meant if there's something when the actual dyed egg, you put them in.
Oh no.
No, God, no.
I was like, how do you not know of plastic eggs on Easter? Really?
Of course, yeah, the plastic eggs are awesome.
Right. Okay, so anyways, I have another issue with this, which is Marcy spends a good long time cracking all these eggs into the pot.
And Peppermint Patty doesn't hear one of them.
Not one. She is just totally unaware.
And again, you think, okay, now she's walking her through step by step. Okay, listen, you gotta boil. I mean, you don't think she's just gonna take a moment just to watch her do it,
right?
Just one, at the very least, just watch her do one, then turn around. Just watch her do one, then turn around and do whatever you want. No,
it really doesn't make sense. It really doesn't.
It's funny. It's such an Abbott and Costello or Laurel and Hardy type dynamic these two have, at various points. But starting here, I guess, is just it's when it's okay, listen, here's what you gotta do. Here's what you gotta do, Lou. We just gotta put the eggs in. You just gotta boil the eggs. Can you do that? Oh, sure. Abbott. He's screwing up.
Basically, yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay, but anyways,
he tells him something, he just misinterprets it, and then just botches the whole thing. It's just she realizes, wait, what? Oh, it smells like soup. Done, sir. It smells like soup. Oh, you made egg soup.
And then she lets out her arm.
So then it's 3. So basically, they're talking. It's 3 dozen. They went through 3 dozen eggs. They're out of cash. How do I? And then here's a bit where she really sounded like Abbott Costello here. He's saying, "How can I teach my friend here how to dye eggs with no eggs? How can I teach the poor kid here?"
Right.
And basically, when she literally mentions Mars as a little, basically saying my little friend here, the kid, just sounds like kind of like a buddy, 40s buddy partnership. Look at the boy.
I hear you.
Look at the kid. I can't let the kid date the older one in the partnership. Abbott just saying, look at the poor boy. He came from the streets of Jersey, and look at him now here. Stuff like that.
And I will say that this is the one scene where I can kind of tolerate Linus.
This is what I'm saying. This is the moment I'm really clinging to in terms of him being a little likable with that. So I guess that's
because basically what he's trying to do is just don't give up. The Easter Beagle, he's gonna come.
Yeah, he's
not being like, no, stop celebrating Easter. You can't color eggs raw.
Yeah, I just read it as Linus just
I just picture Linus just saying that in a death metal voice now. You're wasting your time. Stop coloring eggs.
Oh, and he's using the blanket as a filter.
Right. Oh, God.
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe on the other side of the blanket, it's kind of like a death metal design on it, give him teeth or something while he's doing that. Yeah, metal.
For some reason, I just picture something like Bane, wraps it around his mouth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A little.
I was born in the dark, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, I'm thinking a mask design, when at the end when we see him in the prison. Remember, they has the little wrap around the head and everything.
For a second, I thought you meant Linus in the prison.
That's dog territory right there.
Anyway, so he's saying, leave it to the Beagle, because, again, out of concern, I just suggest, hey, look, you went through God knows how many eggs, just don't worry about it. Everything's going to be fine.
Don't worry about it.
Well, I hope you're right, kid, because I don't want to disappoint my little friend
repeating
here.
his dialogue.
Mhm.
And then Lonnie's kind of giving this one hopeful line that isn't just like, oh, yeah, you should stop. You're wasting your time. The one line he says that is not just repeating that. He says, everyone, don't worry, everyone will be filled with warmth and friendship.
Yeah, that's a good line. Yeah. That's like classic Linus.
But then we make him take the step back, but thankfully Lucy now grounds us here. Of Linus saying,
Lucy,
your waist.
Lucy's coloring eggs, and I just wrote down in my notes, just in all caps, "Shut the fuck up, Linus!"
Yeah, I don't need.
I was really
I might have done the same
at that
thing.
point with my notes.
Leave me alone. I
Yeah.
don't want to hear your stupid ideas.
Because it's like, first of all, I want to say Lucy's eggs, like, they're really, really impressive, like, artistically.
Yeah.
You know, they have, like, all these blended multiple colors and stuff like that. Like, and I remember as a kid, I would always try to get my eggs to look like Lucy's eggs. That was because I'd, like, always try, like, different color combinations and stuff like that. Oh, God. Oh, God.
So yeah, after he's saying it's a waste of time, she's saying, I don't need to hear your stupid ideas right now. And then he says, oh, Easter is very simple. You know, you paint the egg. Why couldn't she teach Marcy how to do the egg? Why is Marcy just here for this? There's a question.
Because
Anyway, so it's very simple. Paint the eggs, we hide the eggs, and we find the eggs, and she writes down little things she's cheating with this. So
I love the cut where she's like, you paint the eggs, and then it cuts, like, it immediately cuts to outside. You hide the eggs.
And you find the eggs, and just shows her then writing down the location. She's cheating at it, just so she knows where they're all hidden.
Oh, yeah. But alas, Snoopy is one step ahead of her, and he is collecting all the eggs.
And I love kind of the mysterious, just like it's an arm, we know exactly who it is, but still it's kind of the Easter Beagle, you know, like the hand just grabbing the eggs.
Right, yeah.
So
so Easter morning, it's Easter morning, Patty's really sad, I love this line that Patty has. It's very, kind of real-world Charles Schultz, where it's like, you look forward to being really happy, and then something happens that spoils it all.
Oh, and by the way, I nicknamed this I borrowed something from X-Men here. I nicknamed this the Bench of Sadness.
A bench of sadness.
In Wolverine,
it really is.
In Wolverine and the X-Men, there's I think I mentioned this before. There's this really neat kind of inside joke in the series that everyone whenever the X-Men are moping or like kind of they're brooding, they always go by this bench on like near the cliffside, like there's the bench people go to be sad. So this is the sad bench. I'm sorry?
What was that sadness store from Hey Arnold Thanksgiving?
Yeah, that's it. That's what I mentioned. Yeah. It's the same idea. It's like the place where people go to be sad. It's the place where the peanuts go to be sad. A bench in a park.
Oh god.
And Marcy apologizes. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, that was nice of her.
Really nice. Mm-hmm. So then we got Sally and Linus, and they're really intercutting the little kind of everyone is. This is a really nicely cut sequence, by the way.
Yeah,
everyone's at their. We're at our lowest moment before we're like, the dawn is coming, but it's not there yet.
Except Lucy.
True.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, by the way. Everyone's down in the dumps except for her. So you've done it again. Where is he? Where is he? And
I've been sitting here since dawn.
I love this. I love Charlie Brown. Again, he doesn't have a lot to do. I love him in this moment of one. Charlie's looking really stoic, by the way. He was just sitting on the stoop there.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I know why they have holidays. They have holidays so people can get together and have fun.
And why am I alone? That's so sad.
Great.
I don't want to get into like my personal shit here, but my God, that strikes a chord with me.
Again, it's Charlie Brown to a T. It's like the Schultz dilemma embodied in Charlie Brown right there. And again, it's really just so kind of stoic and really kind of deep. There, and you feel really bad for Charlie Brown. He doesn't have a lot to do. When he's there, it really hammers Charlie Brown to a T.
Yeah.
Why am I? That's a good point. Why is he alone? And why is Charlie Brown have no one around for Easter? Why is everyone Sally literally lives there? Why isn't she? She lies there.
He was up since dawn
looking boasting about the eggs. I'm sorry, Monkey. What?
Yeah, well, he was up since dawn looking for the beagle. Maybe.
Right.
That's true.
Maybe
that's
their
true.
parents
That's
were
where
out of
she is.
town for some reason.
Well, at least they weren't in pumpkin patch this time.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, god.
So then
Okay,
Lucy's
so,
the
yeah,
happiest
Lucy's-
camper because she says, "Oh, it's gonna be the
Yeah.
best Easter ever."
And then Woodstock, we have a quick shot of Woodstock waking up in his unfurnished birdhouse. What do you guys think of the whole thing where he doesn't have any furniture in the birdhouse?
Well,
Do you think it's
obviously
just-
he's exhausted his budget on the first bachelor pad.
Oh, is that it? Okay, that makes sense.
No,
That
I'm
makes
kidding.
sense.
I don't know. I'm just saying he doesn't have. I'm assuming he used
No,
all his
logically
resources.
that would make sense because
Where'd
it's
he
like
get
with
that
his money,
budget
it's
from?
yeah.
Yeah.
I know,
still-
right?
Where does he get? Where does Woodstock get that?
I assume Woodstock gets
Does he have a
royalties
privately
from.
owned business? Like he has a, I don't know, maybe he has a monopoly on Domino's or something.
No, I'll tell you. I think Woodstock just has royalties with the whenever they use the "Hey Little Birdie" soundtrack.
Yeah.
Hey little
Oh,
birdie, cha-ching.
Well, what if Woodstock just gets royalties whenever anyone anywhere mentions the name Woodstock because
it
it's
is the
connected
same.
with the festival?
Well, it is the '70s, so I mean, it's not out of the realm
Oh
possibility.
god, exactly. It's like you want to use my name, fine, but I don't want people being confused with Woodstock and Woodstock. So pay me whenever people mention Woodstock, any Woodstock.
So Woodstock's asleep right now. Cha-ching.
That works.
Linus and Linus and Sally's like, "Oh, you made a fool out of me. Get me my lawyer. I've been humiliated. Better call Saul."
Oh god. Yeah, better call Saul.
So then the Easter Beagle himself is springing into action here. He's going all around. He's spreading some eggs and Easter cheer. Yay!
And that music, man, my god, that music is just like totally ingrained into my subconscious, like there's no tomorrow.
Would you like to
It will
hum a
never
bar?
be. It's like the DuckTales theme song, except the DuckTales theme song is more abrasive, and this is just like, oh, it's in there. It's in there. Don't worry, it's in there. Whereas DuckTales, it's just like every so often, it's just like, DuckTales, woohoo! But, oh god. So yeah, I just wrote down in my music, just total nostalgia fest with the music.
It is him. Wow! Yeah, it is him.
Everyone gets eggs. I love how enthusiastic Lane says, "Thank you, Easter Beagle. Oh, thank you." And then,
I
as we
love how
mentioned,
Snoopy doesn't acknowledge him at all.
Schroeder just randomly gets it. He just shows up.
He
He's
is
like,
there.
"Hey, what's
I
up?"
believe in
I was
Schultz.
in the special for a second.
I believe in Schultz.
Oh God. So he gets an egg. Let's see. Woodstock, he's hit with an egg, but at the end he ends up lounging on the egg.
So,
just
it's
like
funny.
Snoopy lounges on his doghouse.
Yeah, Snoopy got him some furniture for Easter. That's nice.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. He gives
So
an egg
after-
to Lucy,
Yeah.
and then he dances up to Charlie Brown,
Oh my
so
God.
happy.
I'm like, oh my god,
does
it's not, is it? And it is.
Oh, it's like you're thinking, oh, it's gonna be a rock or something, but no, it's just there's nothing in there for
It's
poor old.
empty.
Oh,
It's
just-
empty.
and I love this. The it's so sad. It's so well executed that after all that dance, all that preparation, like he said, the last one, the best one for last for his owner of all people. The music just dies out as he approaches him, and just a little the silence of the dancing and the searching, and his short smile just turns to a frown of disappointment. And like, ugh.
And then Snoopy just gives like a
Credits. Nope.
yeah. Oh God.
So then, basically, we kind of get like the whole, oh, Linus was right, you know. Then Linus is right, but then Lucy says, oh, he gave me my own eggs. And then we get the ultimate payoff. Monkey, take us through the ultimate payoff with Marcy and Pepper and Patty here, would you?
Yeah, so Marcy was like, so what do we do now with these eggs? And Patty's like, salt them and eat them.
Put a salt on them and eat them.
Luckily, she has
Marcy
salt in
had a
hand
salt shaker.
from nowhere.
Yeah.
Space.
You know, you guys are fruit salt shakers. Well, yeah, come on. You don't know when you're gonna like get offered some food and you want to put a little bit more flavor on it. Come on, I always
I'm
do
so
it.
tempted to go grab a salt shaker right now.
It's just common sense, guys.
Well,
God.
Tiki, do you have your black socks?
Actually, I have to reach for them, but hold on. You know, I have some black socks. And you can borrow them if you want. They're right here.
Sorry, Monkey.
Them.
That's a running joke. Anyway, so pulls the salt shaker out. Then what?
Salts the egg. Takes a big bite out of it. Says it tastes terrible.
These eggs taste terrible, sir. Yeah. I just wrote down on my notes who eats Easter eggs.
Yeah, apparently it's a regular thing. It's like it's not recommended, but you can eat them.
It just doesn't seem safe with, especially like, I don't know. I guess technically with the dye, it's just like it's outside of the shell. It's outside of the actual egg. But I don't know, man. I've never heard of that. Maybe it was a. Could it just be a '70s thing?
Is the egg eating just a '70s thing?
Possible.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure it's a tradition, but people just like stop eating the eggs. Says, well, I don't want to deal with like the unpeeling and stuff, and
right. Okay, so we have a little epilogue, which is a bit unusual for this. It's 10 weeks later.
10 weeks. How do we know it's 10 weeks?
Yeah, so
Linus said so.
I thought he said 2 weeks.
Linus specifically.
He said 10.
No, he says 10.
Okay. Well,
I'm pretty sure, yeah, as in 3 months.
Okay.
2 months, yeah.
Alright.
2.5 maybe.
So basically, let's do the math. So we'd be like right into like June here. Probably be right after Memorial Day.
I'm gonna figure this out. So 10 weeks.
Oh god.
Yeah, we never saw the Peanuts Memorial Day special, did we?
No, I don't think so.
No, we never did. I'd be fearful of that because we saw how poorly they did with the Independence
So if it were
Day.
this, so if it's like this year with Easter on June 5th, then this would be happening on June 14th.
Okay.
Anyway, so Linus says, "Okay, listen, you've been moping. Are you still moping about this?" And he says, "I'll never get over it." He says, "Well, why don't you go talk it over with them?"
All right, Beagle, come down and we'll have it up. Put up your dukes.
I love the symbol. There's a really nice sentiment in this. He smooches her. He pulls a Star-Lord. He smooches her.
Oh, yeah.
And
I gotta tell you,
of course.
Why can't the world's problems... It's going to sound stupid, but why can't the world's problems be solved like this? Someone says, hey, let's fight violence, and just says, smooch and love. Why can't that just conquer the world's problems?
How profound.
My one big complaint is, like, isn't it like a huge character thing of Lucy that she hates being kissed by Snoopy?
Well, I mean, like, she does get kind of charmed by Snoopy now and again, so, I mean...
Yeah, but I'm thinking of that whole, like, the iconic, like, I've been kissed by a dog! I have dog germs! Get some disinfectant! Get some iodine!
That's a very good point, but let's end on a nice note.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your nice note?
No, I'm just saying, it's a nice message overall. Just hey, there's no violence. It's Easter. Yeah. We're still in the Easter spirit here. Let's just the violence seems love over violence, and it even melts the cold Lucy's heart, saying, "Aw, the Easter Beagle, the Easter Beagle." That's nice. It's a good ending.
And there it was. We did it! Woohoo! Dollar bills for everyone, y'all.
Yay!
Hey, we got
making great money like the Red Hood. Oh god. No, I'm not really gonna do that. Okay, so let's see. Do you want to kind of just go through final thoughts and also maybe how this stacks up with the other Peanut shorts?
Sure.
All right. Okay. Well, obviously, I had an interesting experience with this thing because, it is, like, literally the second or third animated thing I've ever seen in my life. It was, like, the definitive thing where it's like, oh, hey, there's different styles of animation, and I like them all equally. Yay! There's plot holes in here. I don't mind the plot holes as much as I mind Linus. Linus is a real pissant in this thing. Other than that, I still think it holds up. I don't really think it holds up. Obviously, it's kind of on a lower tier than Great Pumpkin and Christmas, because those are just the two big ones that can never be touched, really. I'd say it's probably right around the same quality as the Valentine's Day one. Definitely better than Thanksgiving, at least based on the ones we've seen. What do you guys think?
I don't know, I'm still mulling it over.
Paul,
Yeah, similar camp, but okay, I guess I'll go. Yeah, I totally get the nostalgic feelings you have of this. I totally do, and I'm not saying it's a bad one at all. Not at all. I mean, the only really thing that's like, oh my god, the only thing that's really annoying, you could say, is Linus. Other than that,
I totally agree with that.
Aside from that, it's kind of just alright. It's got some nice comedy in there, especially the stuff with Marcy failing to make eggs. In comparison to the rest, maybe somewhere in the middle-ish.
Yeah, that's where I have it. Right in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think I concur with that. I think I got it like Christmas, Halloween, Easter, Valentine's, and then Thanksgiving.
That sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good ranking. Yeah. I'd put Halloween probably at number 1 before Christmas, but both of them are fantastic. So, I mean, it's kind of just like, it's Sgt. Pepper versus White Album at that point. But, so, overall thoughts, are we pretty much done? Is this another podcast in the can?
I think.
Well, final thoughts. It was really great, and it holds up, and it feels like a great one to be airing on TV. To be honest with you, it felt like the most TV welcoming of them all.
No, yeah, you're right. And like I said, it's just a total treat to go back and to watch something that had such an impact on me as a fan of animation.
Oh yeah.
Monkey, any last words?
Not that I can think of. Just
come on, leave the
Easter
Monkey. Come on.
Okay, well, I brought eggs.
Yes, you did indeed. How come he can speak fluent English, goddammit?
We'll get to that someday.
Yes, we will. Alright, in the meantime, this has been another Charlie Brown retrospective, and on behalf of all three of us, I beg Linus to shut the fuck up and let everyone just enjoy their holiday. See you guys later.
Hey, man!